Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ric Blackwell for Newsmax TV. Now, the newest ISIS video features a British hostage speaking from behind a desk. That's a slight deviation from their usual beheading videos.
Hello, my name is John Cantley. I'm a British journalist who used to work for some of the bigger newspapers and magazines in the UK.
Cantley, who was captured 2 years ago in Syria, says he's going to show, in his words, the truth. And at the end of the video suggests that he'll be in other videos to come. Pope Francis could be the next target for the Islamic State. A top Iraqi diplomat says the group has issued what he calls a credible threat to murder the Pope. The threat comes ahead of the pontiff's trip to Albania this weekend. Pope Francis has spoken out against ISIS and has endorsed military action against the terror group. In Scotland, voters have just a few hours left to make their choice whether to stay or leave the United Kingdom. Over 4 million people are registered to vote in this landmark referendum. Turnout is expected to be high, and polls say it's still too close to call. Results are expected early tomorrow. Here's an interesting fact. Rasmussen reports that only 33% of Americans can find Scotland on a map. Back in the U.S., facing questions from Congress, the Inspector General at the Department of Veterans Affairs admits that delays in care at the scandal-plagued Phoenix VA hospital may have contributed to some deaths. But Acting Inspector General Richard Griffin defended his report, saying there was no conclusive evidence. Here's VA Secretary Bob McDonald.
First, let me offer my personal apologies to all veterans who experienced unacceptable delays in receiving care. It's clear that we failed in that respect.
Secretary McDonald refused to answer questions directly from members of the House Veterans Affairs Committee on whether negligence led to the deaths of any vets. In Pennsylvania, police are still searching for the sniper who shot 2 state troopers last week. Today, one of those troopers was laid to rest. Family and friends gather for funeral services honoring Corporal Brian Dixon. He was shot and killed at his barracks last week. Dixon is survived by his wife and 2 young sons. Schools in the area remain closed while the search for the suspect, Eric Freen, continues. Another NFL player is facing domestic violence charges. Arizona Cardinals running back Jonathan Dwyer has been arrested, accused of headbutting his wife and breaking her nose. This after she refused his sexual advances. The team has deactivated him from the roster. This comes after the Carolina Panthers' Greg Hardy was barred from all team activities while he appeals his domestic violence conviction. Chinese tech giant Alibaba is going public on Wall Street tomorrow. Right now, the IPO's price range hovering at about $66 to $68 per share. Alibaba is described as a mix of Amazon and eBay for China. The company powers 80% of all e-commerce in that country. More news coming up in 30 minutes. Now back to Midpoint.